They've played some really good football lately.
Well, I think they've been playing really well football right now, obviously. But I think they're kind of like they were win one, lose one, win one, lose one, and all of a sudden they get into their winning streak. You know, they're since I've been in this league, it's their typical exact Northern Iowa football. Well coached, really good on defense. Very physical up front with the defensive line. Linebackers are very sound with their approach. Mark's son's still playing for him. I mean, I thought he was a senior my first year here, to be quite frank with you. But he's still playing, very well coached. It's great to have coaches' kids, around your program. So he's really well coached, and their secondary is experienced. They're very experienced on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, typical big old hard-nosed physical offensive lineman. Their running back situations, they got a three-headed monster, kind of like we do. I think their quarterback's very sound, plays really well in big games. It's kind of funny that the games of, I don't want to say importance, but the South Dakota states, the Youngstown states, the North Dakota states, that kid's really shown up and played really, really well. So they're biting at the bit to get playoff eligible, obviously. So we're gonna have our hands full.
And just the atmosphere of senior day. I mean, how exciting is it for you to have these guys and see their families and congratulate them for all the work they've put in here?
I actually I meet with the seniors every Monday, and I just talk to them about how I'm a poor emotional guy, meaning I like to reflect after the seasons are over, not during the seasons. So I'm not a good senior day guy to ask. I think it's great. I really hope and pray that the fans show up. I hope that people come out to honor these guys for their hard work for the last 4 or 5 years. I think it's great for their players and their team, and I really think it's great for their families, if that makes sense. But my thing is, it's great. It really is. I don't want to minimize it, but I'm an emotionalist. And then we have another game to play next week too. So I think it's great for them. I think they should come out and be honored because of all the hard work. It's hard to play college athletics and be a student, and they're all tasked to graduate, and it takes a lot of work. So I hope they get honored well, and the way they honor them is, number one, go play well, and number two, let's pack the stadium.
Colby was a guy who was here before you, and all these fourth and fifth year guys are. But how have you seen him kind of adjust to the way you want this program to run, and how has he taken steps to lead the way?
Colby, in my opinion, you're gonna have to ask him, but he had a little advantage from other people because, I'm very good friends with his high school coach. So Colby came up to our camps when I coached up north. When he was in Arkansas, we played high school ball and came up to our camps and stuff. In fact, you could let Colby know this, that we rejected him up there, okay? So he came here, but Paul Wilson is his football coach, and Paul and I go way, 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 way back. So Colby knew me from camp up there. I knew him, so he had a little bit of what to expect out of me. So coming into the program, he's a great program guy, though. I mean, I bet you even before me, he loves his teammates. He's passionate about football. He does a great job. So I think in his case, it was an easy transition for him.
So when you got here, what was the initial couple conversations you had with him? Was he a little bitter?
Was he bitter? No, he wasn't bitter at all. Kobe's a great kid. He's a great human being. He came in, he understood the work ethic, and when we talked, he was ready to go. He had his ears pinned back from day one, and he bought in and jumped in and really worked hard, and I think he's really flourished in our program.
What kind of example do you see him set off the field specifically, and work ethic wise?
I think what he's really done is what we preached. Consistency, work ethic, but also he's very enthusiastic. He's a guy who plays hard on the field and is very caring off the field. I think he's a great quality of him.
Going back to the game a little bit, what are you looking forward to improve on and stuff this week?
Everything.
I mean,
I'm one of those guys that everything's wrong, and we've got to tackle better. We got to do a better job on our gaps. We got to sustain blocks longer. We got to get that extra carries. We got to make more catches. I think we had too many drops. Peyton's got to be a little bit more accurate. It's one of those. The problem with coaching, and I say this as a compliment, is it's such a critique business that you're always trying to improve what's wrong, and sometimes you lose sight, and the poor kids lose sight of, like, oh man, aren't I doing anything right? No, you're doing all these good things, but let's not talk about those. Let's fix the things that are not doing well. So it's a critique business. So when I watch the film, I see all the problems and not all the good things, which is a really bad habit of mine, I guess.
But turnovers, you guys have been getting. Those have been
Very
helping
good.
you win ball games.
Last
It's
2
become
ball
a little
games,
bit-
you know, we've been in the plus territory with that, which is very advantageous to us, and that we have to continue. That's all part of our plan to win. Yes.
What are you looking for in the final 2 games from guys like Peyton and JT even, and guys who are coming back next year? What do you want to see them put on tape?
Well, first of all, I want to be very clear. I'm just worried about the first one. Okay, you guys keep asking me about 2 games.
Sure, yeah.
The only one that matters is the next game, which is Northern Iowa. And not to sound cliche as Dan, but I just want to see improvement. You know, those are young guys who just constantly keep improving. I think what's also the mark of a good team is not only individually, but as a team, offense, defense, and kicking. You have to improve not only every day and all those things that coaches preach, but you've got to get better than when you were in September to October and November. And I've seen that improvement with our football team. I've been saying all season we're getting better, and I think that we're showing that.
You think you can put a little pressure on them early? Maybe have the feeling and have nothing to lose. They have maybe a playoff spot to lose.
Well, I don't
Senior
do a
day
lot of
kind
that
thing.
stuff. I don't do a
Alright.
lot of that stuff because in my mind, we have everything to lose.
Yeah.
We're playing a game too,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So I just worry about us. I really do. I worry about us. And when I say worry, I want us to, going back to Dan's question, I want to see our improvement be continually steady and moving forward.